Sag, hi Aquarius, welcome to your relationship reading. As always, this could be for any type of relationship, no matter what type of relationship, how they're related to you within your life. Make it fit. This is a general reading, so if it doesn't work out, maybe try some other placements that both of you guys have. If you would like to leave a type of relationship down in the comments that you would like me to do, feel free to do that. But before you do that, make sure you check the future relationships playlist that I have on my channel in order to see if I've already done that. Or you can just search up the two signs that you want and put Esoteric Empire in YouTube. And if it doesn't pop up, I haven't done it. There you go. Let's go ahead and get started. So with Sagittarius and Aquarius energy, this is I feel like I know lots of people that have this combo, as far as people are, you know, whether it's family related. Most of the time they are family related is what I've been seeing, at least in my experience. So it could be that, or it could be something totally different. I've also seen friends who are like family with this type of placement. Okay, so Sag has love life. Okay. Aquarius has baby, war, battles, and finances. Okay, so let's look at Sag, right? So Sag, what I'm seeing with you so far is with this love life situation, obviously this could be a romantic type of involvement. But I feel like this also could mean that your relationship with this Aquarius kind of stagnates your love life, or it makes it to where you're not as lovable or you're too codependent. Okay, so we're gonna dig deeper to see what this means. But obviously within this dynamic, Sag feels like their love life is affected in some sort of way. It could be positive as well. We're gonna see the deeper we go. With Aquarius, we have baby, we have wars and battles, we have finances. So this could be, the first thing I'm thinking with baby is that Aquarius is probably the younger person within this dynamic. For a very few people watching this, Aquarius may have a baby and they feel like there's something up with that. Okay, wars and battles. Aquarius is a quiet person. They don't really like loud noises. They kind of have a fear of, or they may always feel like they're in a battle with Sagittarius to the point where they're always defensive, or they always have to be macho, or they feel like they always have to prove something, okay? Especially with this baby energy. It's almost like they feel like they have to stand up for themselves quite a bit, okay? Finances. So Aquarius is, with finances, this is someone who, they penny pinch a lot. They're afraid of, you know, not always having enough, or they're always saving and they're not enjoying enough, at least within this dynamic. Especially in comparison to Sagittarius is known to just kind of live in the present moment, you know? And so I feel like within this dynamic, maybe Aquarius feels like they always have to be the responsible one, which is interesting because it seems like they are the younger one. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with this situation. Wow, there's a lot going on presently. I can see that. And then future. Oh, okay. So this is a lot. So I feel like you guys have a lot of connection here, okay? Let's go ahead and look at the cards. So in the beginning, we have emotional loss and emotional withdrawal. So if you guys grew up together, you guys did not talk very much. And this is a situation where you guys are not related in that way. You guys met at a time where both of you guys were very shut down, or maybe you guys were very like in a dark place, or it could be like that emo stage that I feel like everybody goes through, as far as just like feeling like the world hates them and the world is so dark and mean. Some of you guys could have been self-sabotaging, and that's when you met this person. Okay, so it's just a matter of both of you guys were in a very closed off place as far as emotionally, which can obviously be, you know, not a good place for any human to really dwell in. So let's just go ahead and get deeper into the beginning of you guys' story. So both of you guys are both showing up within your reading. The energy that you guys had in the beginning is Two of Cups. So you guys had a very rough energy in the beginning. You guys did not like each other. I think you guys argued quite a bit. I think you guys had a lot of anger towards each other. So it definitely seems like some sort of, it could have been a romantic, but I'm definitely picking up on family vibes. Like you guys were not very friendly with each other. And this is not the typical family, you know, but it seems like you guys were not in favor of each other. or at least you guys were always at odds, okay? But like I said, both of you guys were in very dark emotional spaces during this time. So Sag had a lot of ways of showing up in the beginning, but their main way of showing up was truce, okay? So they were pretty much the one who was always trying to make things even. I feel like they were always trying to, you know, be friendly, or at least trying to involve Aquarius within things. I feel like they were always the ones to try to not fight, but if they had to, they would. But the main thing I see is they tried to involve Aquarius quite a bit, okay? Now, Aquarius is showing up as the moon. So Aquarius definitely was the quiet one. I think that they were very intuitive as well, though. So they didn't really know how to, you know, bring that to surface. But with this moon energy, Aquarius definitely had a lot of secrets that they don't tell. They're a very quiet person, at least within this dynamic in accordance to Sagittarius. They're very secretive, very different, very, not different, but just quiet. I can't really find a word besides that. So that's what I'm seeing. I feel like Sag was definitely more communicative within this dynamic. Very much so. There's something with either a Gemini or just Aquarius would see a couple or a relationship and they wouldn't say anything about it, but I think they were learning a lot from it or analyzing it quite a bit. It definitely could have been a family. So maybe they were looking at their parents and learning from their parents how they loved or, you know, didn't love. I'm also seeing, it looks like Aquarius or whoever this person that's watching a couple or learning from a couple, it seems like they grew a family or it was a family member that they were learning from. And they were seeing them kind of blossom. Whoever this couple was outside of this particular couple, it seemed like it was growing. Sag was, they started becoming angry or irate or out of control in some sense. This Queen of Swords is the Magician. So we have Gemini or Virgo. So if you have placements that's pretty heavy in that, or if you're a Gemini rising or something, this is who this person is, okay? So it depends on who has that placement within their chart. Okay, so maybe a Gemini person came in to the environment of the Sagittarius and Aquarius energy and kind of maybe united you guys or started a family with someone. Okay, it seems like somebody came into the picture. This is what I'm getting. Someone came into the picture. I think their energy was different but familiar. Okay, so they could have been overindulging with drinking, the Sag person I'm seeing, and maybe that made them kind of go like out of control. Knight of Cups. It was happening like when it was a fun thing, but then it would turn dark really fast. Does that make sense? And with this Knight of Cups energy, it's almost like because both of you guys, Sag and Aquarius, didn't have that emotional awareness at this time, I feel like that's why things would escalate really fast. Yeah, okay. But I feel like the whole time Aquarius wasn't saying anything. So they were just observing or they were pretending they didn't care. And I feel like Sag was trying to make everyone be cool with each other. Yeah, this Queen of Swords person came in like out of nowhere. Came in very quickly. It came in very much like guns blazing. So not in a like attitude way, but just their presence was definitely shown, definitely noticed. And because of this, I feel like you guys' communication started to pick up, or there was just a lot more talk going on. There was a lot of quick movement, a lot of communication that started to pick up within this dynamic. Yeah, and things change with the Chariot here. Things change within this dynamic of family. However you guys are connected family-wise, it changed. Whether there was a new child or just a swift switch in how things were working, how things were going. Let's see who this King of Wands is, just to be sure. Okay, the Sun. So if you have some Leo placements, and it's talking about you, but I kind of feel like this is still talking about Sag. Okay, so yeah, it just seemed like things were quiet between you guys. I think you guys had a lot of emotional issues in the beginning. We're gonna see, like, you know, where this turns out for you guys. Okay, so currently the energy you guys have now is like there's a lot going on. Okay, so the first card we have is fulfillment of wishes. So I feel like both of you guys are in a state where things are very peaceful for the both of you. You guys kind of had your own wishes or whatever, and that's where it's at right now. So that's always a good thing. We have positive movement forward, so there's a lot of good things coming. So in the future, I expect for this to be a positive thing for you guys. The waiting game. So, okay, someone could be waiting on something. We're going to see what that is in a second. And then suffering and silence. So there is someone who is a little off still. I feel like it's probably the Aquarius because they were showing up as quiet. But let's go ahead and see what all of this is about. So how is Sag looking and how is Aquarius looking during this time? So Sag has Father of Water. I feel like they're a lot more in tune with their emotions, especially because in the beginning, they definitely were not. Both of you guys were not in a place of being able to have any type of emotional wisdom. But at this point, Sag most definitely is. But they could be a little bit manipulative with their emotional intelligence as well, okay? So we're going to see how that affects the situation. Aquarius is actually showing up as quite a few things here. So we have domination. So I feel like Aquarius wants to battle against Sag, or they still feel that inferiority that they want to change, okay? They have Ace of Air. So they're very much in their head. They may be more communicative than they used to be. But when you're quiet for a long time and then you start opening your mouth, there's probably some things that come out that you've been waiting to say, okay? So that's what I'm getting from this. Definitely like hurricane energy, right? And then we have interference. So they feel Aquarius is showing up as like conflicted, or they don't know how to jump in. It's almost like when you're playing jump rope and you're supposed to jump in, you know, when people are turning the rope, but the person doesn't know how to jump in. That's how I feel like Aquarius is within this dynamic, okay? So it's almost like Aquarius is learning to open up or open as a person. And Sag has already figured out how to do it. And so Aquarius is now going through these issues by themselves, okay? So here's that Aquarius showing up. So there's 3 different people here, okay? So we have an Aquarius, we have some sort of earth sign or a female energy, and then we have Leo, okay? So let's go ahead and look at what's going on. So the energy for all of this is the Princess of Cups. So there's an issue of spoiled energy. Maybe somebody's being a crybaby, but I'm not sure like what that means or, you know, who that's for. But I feel like somebody isn't being fair emotionally. But we do have all of the energies here, so I feel like it's balanced, but it's not balanced. Like there's still some things that have to be understood within this dynamic. All right, so let's see who's who. So who's this Queen of Pentacles? So the Queen of Pentacles is the Sag, okay? So I feel like the Sag is focused on, I guess, their home, their family, their lifestyle type of thing. Like more practical things, their work. And then the Prince of Wands is actually, could be that Gemini or the Aquarius. Okay. So let's see what who the Prince of Swords is. It usually is the Aquarius, but it's showing up as Gemini. Who's this Prince of Wands? Libra Virgo person. Okay, so if you have Libra Virgo cusp within your placements or something like that, or if you're dealing with that type of person, then this is who this is. So I'm assuming this is the Aquarius. Okay, so we have the Aquarius here as the Prince of Wands. Sag. How is Sag presently? So Sag has strength. So Sag is doing very well. They're healthy. They have a lot of pride. They have balanced their maybe animalistic natures with their more caring and nurturing nature. They seem very much so balanced, and they're focused on the things that matter, which is their family, which could be their children, the things in life that they care about, like their expenses, their bills, their home. You know, like they're very much so focused at this time. And then we have this Aquarius who has oppression. They feel stuck, and they're going through struggles, but they don't want to talk about it, and they want to expand, but they don't know how to, or they don't know why it's so hard for them to. I almost feel like Aquarius is noticing how Sag has changed, but they don't want to acknowledge it. So it's like they're not happy with the changes, or maybe they're not happy with themselves because they haven't made any changes. Okay. Yeah, Aquarius is not being honest about something. There's something they're not opening up about. So let's see what that is. What is Aquarius not opening up about? I feel as though Aquarius wants to get something off their chest, but they can't, or they won't, rather. So Aquarius is either very upset about something, or they love something, or they want to start something action-wise, but they have not said that. Okay, what is it that they want to start? What is this? What is this Ace of Wands? We have Page of Cups coming up. So they could want to initiate a love situation, or maybe they want to be friends. Wheel of Fortune. Some of the Aquariuses may have a certain time where they want things to happen, or I feel like there's past life issues actually here that neither one of you know how to resolve, or maybe the Aquarius is aware of it because they did have that intuitive energy. But it's almost like they want to start something, but they can't because of the way time is. What does that even mean? I feel like this is very specific. Like they can't go back, maybe? Is that what that means? Okay, what is it that Aquarius needs to say but they won't? I feel like they've never told a soul about this. They may want to move on, but they're too afraid to. Or they get nervous around that Gemini person that they noticed. I think that's Sag's partner, but they get nervous around them, and they feel like energy, or they want to leave, or they want them to leave. What? It's almost like they have a past love connection with that person, but they haven't told anyone, or they feel like they know them from the past, or it reminds them of the past. What the fuck? This is a mind fuck. Okay, so what does Aquarius want to do? I'm very confused at this point. They feel like they can't do anything. They're ass out of luck. There's nothing they can do about it. So that's probably why they feel oppressed. Gemini energy here is showing up as this interference. So it's almost like they can't stop thinking about that Gemini person, or they can't shake the thought of them. That's what I'm getting. They feel like it's interrupting the relationship with the Sag. Okay. Why the hell is the Gemini showing up so much? Okay. So they feel the Hangman. So here's that Pisces energy. It's like they just know something, like intuitively. They're getting downloads from universe, from spirit. But they also feel like this person is very spiritually knowledgeable. They could also feel like they're lazy. The Magician. Yeah, so they feel like they created this problem, or they feel like they have a lot of spiritual power. Okay, I really feel like this Aquarius is more tapped into that spiritual nature than they tell people. I feel like there's like a connection here on a spiritual level, like, and I feel like Sag is just in the middle of it. They don't even see it, but it's like, this is deep. I don't even know if the Gemini notices this, but I would think the Gemini does, because they seem like they're very spiritually in tune as well. Wow, this is weird. This is weird as hell. Okay, so at this point, what the hell is Sag even here for? Okay, so what should Aquarius do? Let's start there. What should Aquarius do? Okay, so Aquarius has 6 of Pentacles. So this could be just give and try to have a balanced, like, relationship with all of this situation, or just a tribute to the family, because we do have Taurus here. Maybe start their own family. This is so strange. What is Sag supposed to do? Sag has 4 Pentacles. So Sag, you just keep staying quiet, and you just keep you keep saving your money, okay? You just focus on your money. And then we have Gemini here. The Gemini, I know they're like not even a part of this, but we're gonna put it in here. 4 of Wands for Gemini, it's saying that they should just keep it easygoing setting for everybody, plant the right seeds, create a nice home life, or create a nice living environment. Okay. I don't know, guys. Okay, so we're going to go to the future. Hopefully this clears up some issues, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little confused with this situation. There's just a lot of like ins and outs. So this probably has been like a lifelong situation, or lifetimes of a situation, because it just seems like there's a lot of past lives involved with this, and that's why it's so like entangled, literally speaking. Okay, yeah, that's why that suffering and silence was coming up. Aquarius has something they want to say, but they can't. I really feel like they love someone that they're not supposed to. It just seems like that type of energy. Okay, so in the future, we have 2 number 1s, which is really good. So I feel like this is going to be a breakthrough moment for you guys. So we have triumphant success and passion ignited. So let's see how this affects the both of you guys. This looks like a really good ending, obviously, but I just want to see in what ways. Like, how does this affect the both of you guys? I see changes coming. Big changes. Okay. Ooh, okay. Alrighty, this is beautiful. So the energy that you guys are going to have in the future, there's no more loneliness, okay? There's no more, what is it, separating or keeping one person away from other people, or it's something like somebody sitting by themselves and like and other people are like having fun, or I don't know, I forgot what that's called, but no singling anyone out, okay? Ooh. Okay, so Sagittarius actually has a lot happening for them in the future as far as how they're showing up, which is kind of how they were in the beginning. So that kind of scares me a little bit, but it's okay. Let's see, Sagittarius, here we go. So Sagittarius has stability, okay? I do feel like it's going to be a little shaky, like they are going to keep growing until they get to this position, but they will be stable. And they have a lot of 4 energy within this reading, so I definitely feel like they're just building. They're actually growing, it's just at their own pace. So they're very stable. Things are looking really, really well for Sagittarius. Their money's looking good, their emotions looking good. I feel like them as a person, their actions are stable, they're not sporadic. Beautiful. Now for Aquarius, we have, okay, Aquarius has a lot here. They still have that interference energy here. Like I said, I feel like they can't shake whoever that Gemini person is. They cannot shake them from their mind. They can't get rid of it. We have Mother of Earth, excuse me. So they're here for the long haul. I do think they're being very calm, like calmer than they really probably should be. But it just looks like they're just like pretending like everything's okay. And then we have oppression. So again, they're still very much so in this mind state of they can't do anything about it. So this is kind of weird. I really don't know why it's like showing up like this for Aquarius. There will be a conversation in the future. There is a sense of somebody having their guard up. But at the end of the day, there will be a healing type of energy that ensues after that conversation. I want to see who this Prince of Cups is. There's definitely somebody who's going to have their guard like all the way up. Even after the conversation, they're definitely just going to be shut off, you know? Let's see. Okay, so whoever that Libra person is, or if you have Libra in your chart, is showing up as they're having their guard up. So what is this conversation going to be about? 2 of Swords. Okay, so it looks like there has to be some sort of like decision or some sort of compromise, right? But it's almost like somebody has to give up something like in order for it to be okay. Like both of you guys have to give up something. It almost seems like there's an issue of just everyone knows there's like something off, and there's just, you know, that time where the discussion has to come and it's like, okay, what are we going to do? Because at this point, boundaries need to be made, something needs to be said, and let's get over this hump. How can we heal the situation? Okay, it also could be about a Leo. So you guys could be having talks about that, or whoever that person that had that Leo energy within their charts. But also about strengthening the relationship, I feel, or strengthening the bonds of this situation. And then King of Swords. So it's almost like there is no room to be emotional. It's more about the logics of everything. I feel like that's the conversation that's going to be had. Okay. So the person that's going to be having their guards up, the reason they have them up is because... Ooh, this is a lot. Okay. I feel like there's a truth that comes out, but it's like somebody's playing it cool, but they're still being a trickster at the same time. And somebody gets to be like all relaxed and stuff. But there's this energy of like carrying a heavy load or having emotional baggage because of this situation. And that's what truth is going to come out about this. So I don't know if somebody's going to tell that this is why they feel this way. Somebody feel like there's like injustice or something, I feel. Like they feel like something isn't fair or something doesn't work out. So it's like maybe the person who, when you guys compromise, it's like somebody still feels like they got the shorter end of the stick or something like that. So they're still like, their guard is up or something like that. Yeah, it's the Aquarius. This Aquarius feels like that. They still are not okay with what comes after that conversation. I feel like you guys get over it, or the Aquarius gets over it, because it seems like everything is fine with the Ace of Cups. Like everything is friendly at the very least. Everything is cohesive, and I feel like everything was kind of cleansed and put out on the table. So yeah, and I feel like intuitively, whoever is very intuitive, they still know what's up, but it's also a matter of like, what, like that's all we can do. But I feel like Aquarius feels like, yeah, that there's nothing I can do about it. So it doesn't matter, even though you guys had this talk or whatever, there is no really, like, there's no fixing it, because whatever Aquarius feels like needs to be fixed, I feel like they can't do that. Like, they will never be able to do that. This is so strange. So the way that peace is going to happen, we have the Moon and the Four of Cups. So it just looks like there's just going to have to be someone just keeps their own secrets. Just take it day by day. And they just try not to harp on it. I feel like there's an energy of just, you know, kind of moping around, and like nothing changes for Aquarius, I feel. But I feel like for everyone else, everyone seems pretty happy. So I don't know. This is one of the weirdest readings I've done for this series. I definitely feel like whoever's watching this should get their own personal reading, just because of the fact that this is so all over the place, and without having you know, natal charts to look at to really clarify who's who, it's very difficult for me to really be able to tap in and see, you know, whatever the hell this is. So let's just get the advice for you guys separately, and then for the relationship, and then we'll end it there. So Sag, you have Princess of Cups. So you're still growing emotionally, and you're doing very well. Like I said, I barely saw anything wrong with Sag's situation. That's why I'm so confused. But as far as just growing, that's just what you're supposed to do. Learn to let things go when they're supposed to be let go of. I think that's the only thing I'm seeing here. And then for Aquarius, your advice for the future. Ooh. We have Aquarius, the Star, and Eight of Pentacles. So Aquarius, I feel like you have a lot of work to do internally, or just understanding who you are. I feel like you try to push down whatever that is within you. Eight of Pentacles, I feel like there's going to be a long time for you to like really understand your craft or understand yourself. And so maybe it's with communication or something, but there has to be some work done with just how you deal with things when it comes to you. Aquarius, you could also be someone who just kind of like lays down and lets people do whatever, and it doesn't matter how you feel. I don't know, but it just looks like kind of self-destructive, or just self-restricting. That's the word, self-restricting. I feel like you're a caged animal in your mind, which is terrible. Like that has to be like tormenting. Okay, and the advice for you guys in the future, we have Three of Pentacles. So learn to get along, okay? Let's cooperate, work together. And I think it can work, okay? So it looks like it's supposed to keep going. I don't know what type of karmic lesson this is, but it's definitely something of that sort. So yeah, that has been your reading. That was a very confusing one, if I might say. Yeah, hopefully you gained some sort of clarity from it. And you see that in the future it is supposed to be a cohesive type of relationship. So just keep working on it. And learn to talk. I think learning to talk is very fundamental, you know, for this situation. So if you like this and you want to see more readings like this, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I post a new video. And lastly, if you would like to have your own private reading with me on any topic, make sure you email me lovefromaleo@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly, truly do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.